What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons. My mic actually just tripped out and I recorded like 2 minutes of this and realized it wasn't truly recording. But anyways, getting into this, make sure to run the likes up if you enjoy these Goons Explained videos. If we hit 100 likes, I'll drop one tomorrow. So I'll be trying to do these daily. Basically, before I go to work, I'll try to drop a Goons Explained and then regular content after work. Now, the content you're going to see today is at least Devilman vs. Hellboy in a Who Would Win series. And possibly a Dante Goon video, but that might be the following day. But Coffee Shop will have King Thor vs. Composite Raiden from Mortal Kombat. So make sure to check out my second channel as well, The Coffee Shop. And yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting. And if you want to see your favorite topic talked about on Goon Explained, you can either comment it down below. I want y'all to comment what y'all want to hear me speak on, whether characters, anime, comics. It doesn't matter. Just whatever y'all want to hear me give my 2 cents on, let me know. But today, this is going to be on why Supergirl is terrifying. And it should be fun for you guys. And if you want to see your favorite character covered here on The Coffee Shop, you can hit me up on Discord. Link to my server in the video description below. You can link up and we can talk prices. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get into why Supergirl is fucking terrifying, right? So, I came to this realization in a couple of ways. One, we kind of have to get into why Superman's terrifying, right? So, there is this one story with Dark Supergirl in which Dark Supergirl broke out from Supergirl, basically a split of her psyche, so like a split of her power, leaves her body and freaks the fuck out. She's evil, all that hate in her heart, all that built up resentment Supergirl had for Earth, landing there, missing her people, because there's a key difference between her and Superman, and especially in post-crisis. And I'll get to that in a bit. Now, they split, right? And Dark Supergirl starts going ballistic. One-shots the Flash. Runs up on the Flash, makes him look slow, one-shots him. Runs down on John Stewart. Beats the shit out of him. No contest. Runs down on a Lex Luthor that's like at least like Lantern level. Is souped up to fight Superman, gets the shit kicked out, right? Like, Dark Supergirl punishes him. Pulls up on Martian Manhunter. One-shots, grabs him, and was gonna kill him. Okay, he couldn't do anything. We see at that point Batman pull up, because Supergirl was calling for help. She's like, yo, I can't find this bitch, and I think she's fucking stuff up. We need help. Dark Supergirl runs down on Batman. Batman, of course, because he's the fucking GOAT, stops her, right? He already had something in place to blast her if she got close. So she gets knocked back. And Supergirl was like, is that all you brought to beat him up? Because I hit you up because I know you could fuck her up. And Batman was like, nah, I brought a couple other things. And he brought Superman and Wonder Woman, right? And Dark Supergirl was like, what the fuck? So Dark Supergirl and Supergirl end up in a fight in a 2v2 versus Superman and Wonder Woman because Dark Supergirl and Supergirl are wearing the same outfit. So it's impossible to tell who the fuck is who. So, Superman, keep in mind, is fighting a Dark Supergirl or a Supergirl, because Supergirl literally stalemated Dark Supergirl and arguably beat her, so can't argue they're different. But Dark Supergirl and Supergirl, like, for one, Supergirl has, like, threatened monitors before. Looked through transcendent outerversal layers, saw a monitor looking at her, and was like, yo, shut the fuck up before I come up there and beat you up. And he was like, what the hell? How'd that bitch see me? Like that, she is OD, right? So, Superman's like, yo, you might be strong and all this shit. Like, you might have ran down on Martian Manhunter. You might have been faster than Flash. You might have had more will than Green Lantern, which was fucking true, by the way. Supergirl has way more will than them. Then he's like, you didn't run down on Superman, though. Like, he was like, I'm big dog. I've been doing this shit. You're fresh to the block compared to me. He was like, don't you ever fucking think you could just pull up and beat my ass? Because for all that infinite, boundless strength you have, I have that plus more. Because I'm him. And I was like, what the okay, Superman talking shit. She can't do anything to Superman. Like, he's just negging everything. Even though Dark Supergirl's obviously one-shotted Flash and all them. And is fucking broken. He's like, nah, can't stop me, bitch. 2 OD. And he didn't even want to beat her up. He wasn't even really trying. I need to repeat that. He wasn't really trying against the Force that one-shot most of the Justice League. Superman's terrifying. Like, that fucking... He's a bitch, right? Like, I always thought Superman was a bitch. That's why I didn't like him. I thought he was soft. He was too nice and all that. He is too nice. He's a simp. He's nice. He holds the door for people. He says, excuse me, all the nice guy shit you can do in the world. Which, by the way, is a nice thing to do. It's very gentlemanly. But anyways, he's not a thug like he should be. He's still terrifying. Because you don't know what level Superman's going to go to. At any point in time... Superman could just turn up on you and tear you apart. What the hell are you going to do about it? Nothing you can do about it. There's been moments where Superman has pulled up on Darkseid, like when he fought for Steel's soul, and he was like, you're a god, right? How about if I beat the fuck out of you? Just starts swinging. Has like knocked him through the source wall. Crazy shit. Like, you don't want... If you're beefing with Superman, imagine having to like beef with him in a way where you can keep him calm and eventually take him out. But what if you accidentally piss him off? And then he just decides he doesn't want to deal with that shit anymore. That's what makes Superman terrifying, right? Now let me tell you why Supergirl is even scarier. You take all of what I just said about Superman, and then you go to Supergirl, who does not have the same emotional and moral tethers as her cousin. You see, the big difference that I had mentioned before in this beginning of this video is that Supergirl knew everybody that died on her planet. She knew her family. She knew they all loved her. She loved them. She had the heartbreak of not being able to save her people, yet she ends up with all this power. It's almost like an Anakin thing. How Anakin had all that power. He's supposed to be a Jesus-like figure, a chosen one. All that, and he wasn't good enough to save his mom. Wasn't good enough to save his wife. The heartbreak of not being good enough, even when you're supposed to have it all. It's just got to be this massive emotional trauma. And we know it is with Supergirl because it manifested Dark Supergirl, right? That was that whole storyline. So she's scarred from what she's witnessed, the death and annihilation of her people. Then she finds out later in a message from Krypton that she was supposed to be the chosen one, not Superman. And she's never gotten the love and respect that Superman's gotten. Never gotten accepted like he was. And so she's looking at her baby cousin like, yo, he thinks he's realer than me, but I'm really from the trenches. And that's what makes Supergirl so terrifying, right? Is at the end of the day, she's seen some shit. Before it was time to have morals and be raised with those kind of morals to counter it, she saw the complete genocide of her people. Everybody die. Stranded, eventually rescued by her baby cousin who's now older than her. I mean, nothing makes sense. She was a teenage girl teenage girls are already emotional, and she's thrown in the most emotional cataclysmic event ever that you could possibly suffer. And keep in mind, she didn't have powers at the time. She gets powers later. So she's dealing with all this trauma, and then she gets powers later. Superman grew up dealing with everything, learning everything, growing up in a great structured family, having a good youth, while gaining his powers, right? It's just different. And so she is like a Superman. She does, like Superman even admitted, even though he was beating her or holding her off at least, that she hadn't reached her peak yet. She wasn't even close. Shit, we don't know what her peak is. But we do know she's relative to Superman's ultimate potential. So like all the bullshit Superman's done throughout comic history, all the wild feats he has, she should scale to that. At her best, right? At her prime. And the thing with Supergirl is she has all the emotional weaknesses that Superman won't subject himself to. She gives in to anger easy. She gives in to running the fade like it's nothing. Like this, someone pissed her off so bad, she punched them 50 years in the future. She went and figured out where they would be in 50 years based on movement, and she literally camped for 50 years just to punch someone in the fucking mouth. Do you know how much you have to hate somebody to wait half a century to punch them in the mouth in one spot? Are you serious? She took her time to figure out where they would be in the entire Infinite DC universe. That's how spiteful she is. Like I said, she threatened a monitor before. Shit gets real when you run into Supergirl. Like, she is the hood rat Superman. She scares me way more than Superman, and the concept of Superman is low-key terrifying anyway, because he could just turn up and tear everything apart if he wanted to. But anyways, guys, what do you think of Supergirl? I'm actually a big fan of Supergirl, especially her post-crisis run was really fucking good. But let me know what you think of her character in the comment section down below, as well as let me know who you want me to discuss on Goon Explains, what you want me to discuss, what topics related to fiction, it could be comics, anime, whatever. Let me know in the comment section down below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.